specialist appointment with an intestinal disease doctor. Like last minute, I called yesterday and got an appointment today at 11:30. You know, sometimes it's just a God thing. So this one's a lot closer. It's not in Houston. It's actually an hour away from the house. Well, 45 minutes to an hour away from our home. So, you know, called to see if they took my insurance, and lo and behold, walked away, got off the phone with an appointment with the senior doctor. So he had a last minute cancellation, and I got it. So had to shuffle around my pain management appointment, which means the youngest son is going to not be happy tomorrow. Well, none of us are going to be happy tomorrow, but him especially, because he's got an appointment with his oral surgeon tomorrow with his follow-up on his mouth. He has to have some bone spurs taken out, so his gums are going to be numb. That's first thing. And then from there, I have a hanger clinic appointment to get some orthotics picked up. Then we go to my pain management appointment, and then we get to go home. And for pizza, yes, we're gonna order pizza because who feels like cooking after a day of running around for appointments? Yeah, in Austin City, yeah, from one end to the other, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're going from North Austin to South Austin, but luckily the North Austin to South Austin is spaced just right to where lunch can be had, then one appointment, and then my next appointment is just down the road. So it all worked out perfectly that way. But at least I found some place that my orthotics can be had. Finally, we've been trying to get these since October. And of course, this whole stomach issue, you know, the doctor that I was referred to in Houston, that never happened. It just, you know, that totally fell through, so forget that. Hopefully San Marcos is a, you know, yeah. So mom's here driving, of course, because your girl can't drive right now. So check in later. Okay, yesterday's appointment, well, I thought it went well. I'm scheduled for a HIDA scan, even though we don't think that the pain on my right side is really caused by my gallbladder. That's for next Monday on, I don't know, whatever Monday is. Today is the 12th of December. And then next Thursday, I'm scheduled for a gastric emptying study, you know, that long 4-hour one. So I'm kind of excited that, you know, at least well, I was kind of excited that somebody was kind of like taking me seriously and kind of wanted to get the ball rolling on finding out what was wrong. And then he dropped the ball. I read his notes in my patient portal. According to this guy, Ehlers-Danlos has no correlation with the GI tract. In so many words in what he said. Yeah, so, you know, there's nothing wrong with my innards, blah, 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 blah. everything's normal, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's gonna, he doesn't think that gastric emptying is my problem. Although I do have dysphagia, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, and as all you zebras out there know, gastric dysmotility is one of the most documented issues that Ehlers-Danlos patients have. And so I'm not really happy with his response. I'm sorry about the shaking. I don't have the little handle on my phone or camera, and we're driving because we just left my son's oral surgeon. We're gonna grab a bite to eat before heading over to the Hanger Clinic to get my thoracic orthotic and a couple other orthotics that we finally got ordered. Anyway, so this GI specialist, he kept referring to San Marcos as a small town. San Marcos is not a small town, it's a university town, and it's quite large. It's almost as large as Austin, and I don't understand his reference to small town. Now, if he wants small town, he can come to where I live. Bastrop is small town, and yeah, it just, you know, it was like he was listening to me, but he wasn't hearing me. I don't think he liked the fact that I knew more about my conditions than he did. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll have to keep y'all updated on that one, but I probably won't be really seeing him anymore after I get my studies done and the results back from that, just unless he does consult with his senior partner in San Antonio and gets a rather good schooling about Ehlers-Danlos and the digestive tract, and changes his way. Today's gonna be a very long day, very long day. We left the house at like 10:30ish, 10:30ish. Joseph's appointment was at 11:40. My Hanger Clinic appointment is at 1:30. Then I have pain management at 2:30. Then we get to go home and order pizza and crash. So, long day, and yesterday was just kind of a long day as well, so that's how we stand so far this week, and I've already met my Fitbit goals. For the week, technically, for my exercise goals, Monday and Tuesday, for exercises, because, you know, how often do we actually get to get our heart rate up there? Nah. Yeah, you know, triple digit heart rate and all that good stuff, on purpose. Yeah, we don't do it on purpose. Anyway, I'm going to close for now and catch up with y'all later. Bye. Good morning, I guess. It is Tuesday, December 18th. And yes, it is early. It's very early. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. I am on my way to the Hanger Clinic to pick up my orthotics. Yesterday, I had my HIDA scan, which was very interesting. the radiologist had to stop the HIDA scan briefly because he thought he saw something on my liver. And so luckily I had some CTs of my abdomen from November. Turns out it was just my small bowel pressing against my liver. Ah, the joys of Ehlers-Danlos. But they didn't have the CCK hormone to give me like the doctor wanted, so I had to eat some potato chips and drink some milk, which had its repercussions on my way home. But I got a lovely view of my duodenum in its horseshoe shape. That was fascinating because they had the little screen above my head, so that should be interesting to see the radiological report. Yeah. Anyway, everybody's getting in the car off to our very long day in Austin, because after my hanger clinic appointment is Joseph's oral surgery appointments. So, woohoo! Catch up with you later. Okay, I am now sporting the latest in orthotic wear. Yes. I'm also pretty warm, but your girl's not taking the beanie off, which I got yesterday. Got me a Fry Life hat. Because now I've got like super flat hat hair. Anyway, but it's been such a long day already. I'm sure I look as tired as I feel. But yeah, we went to the hanger clinic, got my this new brace. It's got this piece here in the back, which I'll tell you what, getting in and out of the car is an ordeal. And I've already hit my head on the back hatch because I forgot I couldn't bend over. So there's a learning curve here. And then I also have, because I also have a short lumbar brace. Yeah. From the hanger clinic, we went to, well, we made a half dozen stops, but anyway, my mom's looking for 2 gifts and she found one from my great nieces. Anyway, she found one. She's trying to find the other one. And after about 3 or 4 times getting in and out of the car, I was just like, okay, I'm done. One of those stops was Target because I knew they had a Starbucks in there. And your girl had to have coffee. So we're at our final stop, which is Joseph's oral surgeon. They're checking his gums and trying to see if his dentures fit, because they were working on them this past week. They had to do some alterations and everything, so hopefully they fit, because he's really tired of not being able to eat, which I can totally relate with, and a lot of y'all out there can too. So hopefully this is our last stop and we can go home, because I know Bo wants to get out of the house. I want to get this beanie off. I still have one load of laundry left to do that I started Sunday. I got everything but one load of laundry done. Saturday, the bestie came out with his girlfriend and we went out to eat lunch, late lunch. That was their kind of like a Christmas lunch. And I gave them my Christmas present to them. And they gave me my Christmas gift. I got this really awesome tapestry for my wall. It's like the Tree of Life, and it's gorgeous, and a couple of Starbucks gift cards. And then of course, you know, food, which we all took food home because you can't eat a whole lot of food all at once these days, you know. So, but yeah, the HIDA scan. So I'm irradiated. I don't know. I find it, I'm kind of amused, but not really. I'm not supposed to be around children or pregnant women for like, I don't know, 3 or so days. But Thursday I have to do it all over again, I guess, for the gastric emptying study. So, hopefully it's out of my system come Christmas. Because they're gonna be kids and a pregnant woman. Because yes, my daughter-in-law is pregnant. She's gonna have a boy. And I'm over the moon. So that's the way it is. Traffic sucks today. We're in Austin. It sucks. Always sucks in Austin. I hate traffic in Austin. I'm glad I'm not driving. Not like I could if I wanted to, but I hate it. And that's kind of all there is to update for today. I probably won't update again until after my gastric update, or gastric emptying study. Oh, I did look at my medical records from after my back fusion from 2012. That was interesting. It was documented back then that I have May-Thurner syndrome. That's in my medical records from way back then. It's also documented that I have had an abdominal aortic aneurysm repair. I was never told about that. That's kind of something that, you know, doctors need to tell you about. An abdominal aortic aneurysm repair. This is something that I had and didn't know. That's kind of important information, you know? And all I got, yes I do. So I'm still reading because there's a lot of information that I was able to get from my Social Security attorneys that I couldn't get on my own. So thank God for attorneys. Anyway, that's it for now. See you when I see you. Bye. So, future me here, and I have just realized while I was editing this video that I never really explained what happened with the gastric emptying study or what the results were from the HIDA scan, or even closed out the video. So here's what's happened. So the gastric emptying study happened, and yeah, I kept calling and calling and calling the GI looking for my results, and like just a few days before I left to come to North Carolina, we actually had to drive down to the hospital where I had the tests at to get copies of the reports. so I could have them just in case the neurosurgeon wanted them. And radiology couldn't find the report. They couldn't find my gastric emptying study, period. My phone. They found that in medical records that the gastric emptying study was in process, but radiology couldn't find it in their system. The HIDA scan they had, and I got that, and it was normal, of course. We knew that. So my mom and I, we left. We went and did a little bit of shopping. She wanted to get some jeans, so we went to the store that she wanted to go to and got some lunch, and we came back, and they had found my gastric emptying study and quickly wrote a report up. And what I mean by quickly is it was an incomplete report. There's no values, nothing. Basically, it reads that the first half of the report, or of the study, my digestive system, it's just like the first half of the study, the first 30 minutes, half of the food that I ate emptied rapidly, and that was the end of the report. And so they've diagnosed me with slightly rapid gastric emptying. Now I don't know where what happened after that, because there's none of that on the report. So it's a very incomplete report, and the GI is okay with that, and he wants to see me for a follow-up. And I'm not sure that I'm okay with that. So how can you be okay with an incomplete report? I just don't understand that. So that's how that went. It's just, there's no percentages at the midpoint or the end of the study of how much food was left in my stomach at the, at the 60-minute mark or the 90-minute mark or at the end of the study. None of that. So it just was just such a joke of a study. It was a waste of my time, really. Kind of like this GI. So that was that. My gallbladder, I think it was at 46 or 47%, which apparently is normal. And since wearing the cervical thoracic orthotic, I don't have that sharp rib stabbing in my liver pain. So I think that what that is just the curve of my spine compressing my ribs and causing a lot of pain. That's the only thing that my general practitioner, general practitioner and I can think of. So I don't know. So that's how that has turned out. So that's that. Anyway, so if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that subscribe button down there, hit that notification bell if you want to get notifications, and I will catch you at the next video, which I am currently working on now.